Deadpool 2 sucked. Ever since my ex-wife Margot Robbie left with full custody of half my $20 Walmart gift card, I have had only one thing to look forward to. One movie that would change my mind for the better and remind me that this world isn't so bad and that life isn't just full of terrorists and pedophiles. A movie that has heart, characters I can relate to, a film that makes you feel complete, one that would convince me to wake up at the crack of dawn and drive up a hill to have a nice breakfast while watching the sunset. No, not this one. This one. And it kinda sucked. This movie starts out with Deadpool smoking a cigarette, which, what the hell? Listen, I know you're trying to get that R rating, but come on, it's Deadpool. It's not that hard to give him a rated R movie. It reminds me of another superhero property trying way too hard to be edgy.
Fuck Batman.
Listen, if you wanted to give Deadpool a reason to blow up later, you could have given him a match, or a torch, or a fucking fire flower. The smoking feels too forced. So later we cut to a flashback of why Deadpool blows up, and we see him fighting bad guys in really cool action fight scenes. These fight scenes are to be expected as the movie was directed by David Leitch, who was a producer on John Wick. He directed Atomic Blonde, and nothing else besides the movie I'm currently reviewing. Okay, fuck you, David Leitch. I don't have respect for you anymore. Oh, I see you're directing another movie with The Rock. Ooh, very spicy. Well, I'm too busy stocking my fridge for microwavable burritos to give two flying homosexual shits about your new movie. If I see any ads for this movie while I'm trying to watch Tripolar, I will literally pour maple syrup on The Rock's bald head and make your sorry ass lick it slowly as humanly possible. Canada! Oh, and then I'll stab you with a quarter. Anyways, he lets one guy go, which is super duper important, then goes back to his girlfriend, who is really mad at Wade, which reminds me of my babysitter Darren's girlfriend when he gave her rubber sacks covered in oil for her birthday, which I don't know why she was complaining. I made some pretty neat balloon animals out of them. The power couple then exchanged gifts for their anniversary. Wade gives Vanessa a coin, which she loved. Take notes, Darren. And then Vanessa gives him her birth control device, telling him that she wants a baby. And then, after we skip some boring crap, she dies. The guy Deadpool let run away earlier killed Vanessa. Wow, didn't see that coming. Damn it, David. When you make someone this happy in a superhero movie, we all know that they're gonna die. It's one of the rules in making a superhero movie. See? Number 3. Super happy GFs must die. Right after that, Dave, can I call you Dave? Oh, screw it. Dave gets lazy. Instead of Deadpool having a cool fight with the guy, he just gets hit by a car. Cool. But then the movie makes up for that blunder with a really cool intro parody of Skyfall, which is a really good movie and I highly recommend it. So, basically, you are now caught up where Deadpool is, minus him getting terrible advice from TJ Miller and Blind Al. So, back to DP dying. Apparently, he can't die and have cool heaven sex with his girlfriend because his heart's not in the right place. What? Dave, that is the dumbest plot device I have ever heard of. never mind, but it's still a close second. Does that mean I could kill myself right now and then come back to life and my heart's not in the right place? Well, then that means I'm practically immortal because my heart is never in the right place. Then Colossus, whose CGI is definitely improved as this film actually has a budget, saves Deadpool and convinces him to become an X-Men. Then, while on the mission, he meets a fat kid. Plus size. Fat shaming is a big no-no in 2018. I blame you, Dave. Fuck you, Dave. You're the reason I said that. The kid claims he has been abused by evil scientists. Since Deadpool believes any 14-year-old boy that says their caretaker is abusing him, he shoots them all down. I'll have to keep that in mind whenever my mommy won't let me get a McFlurry. Like, I get that the scientists are actually abusing the kid, but you could have done something different than Deadpool believing some brat who just threw a fireball at a Colossus. Maybe Deadpool could have snuck into the base to see for himself that the scientists are abusing the kid. That would have been way cooler. But no, let's just let him believe a psychotic doughboy. I know what you're thinking. But StarHead, Deadpool was always sympathetic in the comics. This is totally in his character. As a Deadpool comic reader myself, I am aware that Deadpool is very sympathetic. But what would be more in his character is if he tried to calm the kid down first, instead of abruptly shooting down the scientist right in front of him. A perfect example of how Deadpool should be helping kids is in Deadpool issue number 20, in which he convinces a girl not to commit suicide. I'll link down a comic dub of it by Starbot Dubs, in which they did a fantastic job at conveying the characters, and I highly recommend that you guys check it out. Again, the link is in the description. As we move on, we find our heroes now in the icebox, where they meet Cable. He's on a quest to kill the Doughboy because the Doughboy kills his family in the future. And this is also the scene that contained that funny joke from the trailer.
You're so dark!
You sure you're not from the DC universe?
You have the right to remain.
Now, this joke would have been nice and all if they didn't do it another time in this movie.
Sorry I'm late. There was a bunch of handy, capable children stuck in a tree, and I had to, You're right. I was fighting a caped bat. But then we discovered his mom is named Martha, too.
No. It may sound like I'm nitpicking at this point, which I am. Trust me, I love a good DC roast, as they really do deserve it. But unless the point of the joke is that it's supposed to be repetitive, it's unneeded. Anyways, so then Deadpool gets his ass handed to him and gets thrown off into the snow. Then he decides to fight back against Cable and form a team of rejects. First is Luke Cage with the powers of a microwave, which, okay. Next is Bill Skarsgård's character, Which, surprisingly, there was no joke nor reference of Pennywise. I mean, it was just only the 4th most grossing rated R movie of all time. Not that big of a deal. And then the rest of the team is Throwaway Joke, Punk Asian, Sugar Bear, and Domino. Literally, Domino has no purpose in this movie. Like, at all. They make her a main character, yet she has no reason to be in the movie. She doesn't know the Doughboy nor Cable. In fact, she was just shoehorned in here for fan appeal. That's it. When Domino was first announced, I was really excited. Even when everyone freaked out about her design, I was still excited to see her in a movie. Yet, the fact that she has no reason to be in the movie drained all the excitement away from me. Hell, the studio is even aware that she has no reason to be in this movie.
I think we may have found her cosmic reason for being here.
I'm pretty sure this isn't it. I finally know why I'm here. I was raised in this place. But not raised, I was tortured.
Wow. It's your cosmic reason for being here, shall we?
This is gonna be fun. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but being self-aware scores you no points. Again, fuck you, Dave. So then the team jumps out of a plane and everyone dies in very humorous ways, except for the one from the trailer. So then insert car chase scene. Wait a minute, are we sure that this isn't a James Bond movie? Because, you know, with the intro and now a car chase. No, but Dave did Atomic Blonde and even the headlines for that was female James Bond. Really? I mean, he could be doing it here. You know what? You're right. This isn't a James Bond movie. Totally original. My bad. I'm sorry. Then they somehow find the Juggernaut, which rips Deadpool in half, which they basically recycled from the last movie, with that being baby hands and now it's baby legs. Lol. It's one thing that they reuse DC roasts, but now jokes from the last film? Jesus Christ, this is about as unoriginal as a Disney Channel movie. So then Cable teams up with Deadpool and his wacky team, then they team up with the X-Men, then they fight the Juggernaut and save Russell from himself. Now, this last scene is one that most people, myself included, didn't like. It is when Deadpool puts on the collar that deactivates his powers and sacrifices himself for the Doughboy. On the one hand, it's a really sweet scene that shows that Deadpool really does care about this kid, but on the other hand, if you think about it, this is exactly what he wanted. A cool way for him to die to get back at Wolverine and to see his fiancée again, showing that he's not doing it for this kid, but actually himself. I don't know how you guys took it, whether it being one or the other, or maybe a completely different way, but I took it the second way. God damn it, Dave, you're really crapping in my cornflakes here. But then Cable saves Deadpool, and then Deadpool goes back in time and saves his fiancée, which just makes the entire movie pointless. Okay, let's just cut to the ending conclusion before I blow something up. So, Deadpool 2. I think that I've made it pretty clear that I don't like this movie. There's so many flaws, and instead of the screenwriters fixing it, they just make jokes on how it's self-aware. The movie also doesn't like to take risks, and I honestly thought it was a bold decision to kill off Vanessa. But when they saved her, I felt nothing. Now I know I've been taking a nice, wet, juicy shit on this movie, but there were some positives in it. As I said at the beginning, the fight scenes are really good and much better than the ones from the first film. Also, I know I was bashing a lot on the humor, but it wasn't all that bad. Some of Deadpool's one-liners hit hard, and the taxi scene when they're on their way to fight Russell and the Juggernaut was just amazing. But I'm just gonna have to rate it 4.5 hobos out of 10. It was just very underwhelming. And if any Ryan Reynolds fanboys wanna go, I don't think you wanna mess with me, nor my plastic Legend of Zelda sword. Thank you all for watching until the end, and if you want to see more stuff like this, please consider subscribing and leave a comment if you want. Peace out, my underage alcoholics.